We are beginning our transmission live from Los Angeles, the most popular podcast in the Newport Beach area, SoCal region. This is Going Deep with Chad and JT. Going Deep with Chad and JT. I am Chad. This is my compadre, JT.
What up, Stokers? Boom clap.
And then we got Strider Wilson, the tongue dart tyrant.
Freaking what up, dude? Thank you.
Honored to have you here, dude.
Unbelievably fired up to be here right now, dude.
Always a good time, dude. Do you run some crusades on some tea darting?
Absolutely, dude. You know, my wife's pregnant, dude, so right now we're finding alternative means of lovemaking and pleasure giving and receiving. Mm-hmm. The tea dart has never gone out of style, my friend.
Good.
Yeah. I've found that sitting on my N64 rumble pack is pretty good for me.
Oh, that gets right into your taint. You know, you can reach the prostate through your taint.
Yeah. And my wife plays Tony Hawk Pro Skater. She just hits the first level, you know, where they play
the hanger.
Yeah, the hanger. So it's pretty nice.
And did you bust?
I don't bust anymore, dude. I get pretty close to nutting, but I've stopped busting. I'm just being too focused right now, dude. Just dialing in, dude, in this third trimester of the pregnancy.
Focused on what?
Just really, you know, sometimes when I bust, I'll get so obsessed with it, and I just want to really just focus in on just nesting right now, I guess is this short answer of just making sure shit's set up, dialed in. Like I want a lot of sick shit from when my wife and I come back to our crib after she gives birth and we bring our, you know, daughter into a chill place. So I want our place to be sick when she first sees it. So I've got a beer pong table set up. I've got a bevy of lava lamps right in the entry. So she's going to walk in. She's going to be like, this is tight. I'm going to have a few, you know, to sort of jeopardize authenticity, I will have a few crushed brew cans just to have sort of a party atmosphere. I think that's the best homeostasis and nest for her to come into.
What is a lava lamp?
Look, dude, I'm glad you guys asked, dude. It's good to get, you know, a second set of eyes on stuff, you know?
Is that a lava lamp?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those you got right now?
Dozen.
So sick.
And where'd you snatch them at?
Garage sale, my neighbor.
Dude, your daughter's going to be so chill. She won't even need weed.
Exactly, dude.
I think there's a goal for a lot of parents is like, make your kids so chill that they only need to smoke weed.
It's kind of what's great about having an older brother and older siblings. You know what I mean? She's the first oldest sibling. So if any siblings come next, she's going to be setting the tempo for the family.
Leader.
So it's important that she knows what's sick. That's why you guys as uncles, it's going to be very chill for her.
And I heard you talk to the doula.
Yeah.
And the doula is going to play, for when your wife gives birth, the doula is going to play Tony Hawk, the soundtrack. Mm-hmm. And you guys picked, is it Superman? At Goldfinger?
Yeah. Yes. That's my favorite song. That's exactly what I was. That's Superman, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's going to do that a cappella during the birth. It is not covered by insurance. Dude. Yeah, I got to throw her like 500 bones for that.
Oh, dude. I'm in the left. I'm not, this is making me cry, dude. Dude, if I were born to acapella Superman, oh man, I don't even.
Dude, it's a huge thing. Like if you look at your birthing list, we're at Kaiser and it says music on there. It's like bring a music thing. Like they recommend that you bring that. It's like robes, fucking food, and then the third thing is like a Beats by Dre box. It says bring that. Like the vibe is important for the birth.
Dude, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's more for your wife or do you think that's more for the OBGYN?
It's a great call, dude. When we did speak with our OBGYN and I mentioned Goldfinger, she got fired up. It's a lady doctor.
Dude.
She got very fired up. She's like, that's a good call. Do you know Janae in the doula program? I didn't even know her at that point. She goes, talk to Janae.
Bro, and if anyone needs to have like, you know, those Midas phalanges, it's an OBGYN.
That's a great call. Oh, dude, that's a great call. They're the first ones handling this freaking newborn.
Bro.
They have the gold finger.
Dude.
Fuck.
Huge.
That's unbelievably sick, dude. That's poetic.
Dude, it's nice.
When your babies dropped into the world, dude, what were you playing, dude?
Bro, I was napping, dude.
Oh, you took a nice nap.
I just slept.
Good call. Charge up.
For sure. And they woke me up and they were like, say what up. And I was like, dude, what? And they were like, name them. And I was like, bing bong.
Dude, you know what's pretty sick? Fucking, we toured the hospital today and shit. And they show you your birth room.
Wait, Jake, cut my kids' names from the podcast, though.
That's a good call, dude. You want to protect that.
Just bleep that.
China's listening. We covered that in the last pod, dude. And there was a sick ass birth room, and there's like a pull out couch, and there's like a sick ass bed, like a medical bed.
Wait, is that a couch that you pull out on?
I was having the same thought.
You don't get chicks pregnant again?
Yeah. I never slept on that couch. Is there a deep deposit couch?
That's exactly what it's for, dude. I asked the nurse who was showing us, the RN, the resident nurse, I was like, are there rubbers in here? Because it comes with diapers and baby wipes and shit, like all sorts of shit, snacks even. And I'm like, yo, there are rubbers in here? They're magnums? They said, nah, there's a pull-out couch. So I was like, all right, that'll do.
That'll do.
That's so sick, dude.
Because technically, I think scientifically, you can get your wife, you can have another kid in like fucking 2 months. So you don't necessarily need to pull out right away.
Right.
Like,
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you could have 6 kids a year by that metric.
yeah, exactly. That's a good, exactly.
Wow.
So I made a deal with my wife. I'm like, as soon as that baby's out, let's get it one in. Because like we kicked it off. It's been a while since we've had some good penetration.
Well, and so the hospital is smart for having a pull-out couch because, you know, they would just be overloaded with babies if people weren't. If they had a couch that you bust where it's like, you know, you need to bust in this couch, and I mean by, you know, you
stay in. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. You're saying your lady caps you off when you're about to blast. Yeah. Dude, the birth rate would go up. They kind of probably need to do that in Japan. Birth rates are down. They should have a stay-in couch in Japan.
Bro. For sure. Dude, I think there's a birth rate crisis in America as well.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Which could have cataclysmic economic shocks for us in the future generations. It's something that needs to be addressed. But how do we incentivize the youth to bone, dude?
Dude, I can tell you this. When I went on vacation with my family, and my dad was like, Chad, you sleep on the pull-out couch. Immediate rebellion went in. And I was like, no, I'm going to bust in a chick because he told me to do that.
For sure.
So I think we should all start telling our kids to pull out when they're in their rebellious phase, and they'll just start busting.
Dude, reverse psychology is so effective from parents. Like, I remember my parents would always at the dinner table be like, school shooters are the best. Nobody rips harder. And then in my head, I was like, oh, that's probably pretty lame, I bet.
Yeah.
It's important to influence kids, you know. I was thinking about the youth, dude. You know, I work with a lot of young valets, young men. And back in our day, dudes who didn't get pussy, they would write songs and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were longing, dude. Now dudes who don't get pussy, they're just into longevity. They're like, oh, you don't want to have sex with me? That's fine. I'm going to freaking just live forever and not get pussy forever. And so what? I'm going to become alpha and just live till 90, 190 probably. It's kind of messed up, dude. You know, I think the youth is misdirected now. I think we got to try to, you know, instead of giving our kids like internet chat rooms and, you know, longevity techniques, because, you know, is it a life, an unquestioned life worth living? I don't know. Maybe I'll question that. But is a life where you've gotten no ass worth living? For sure, nah. And so why would you want to live it longer?
So do you think like priests are gay?
Yeah, of course, all priests are gay. Wait, hold up,
Let me
dude.
take that again. Let me take that again. So do you think like priests are gay?
Weird.
Let's try it one more time. We'll leave it all in, but let's try it one more time for the clip.
Yeah.
So do you think like priests are gay?
Yeah, all priests are gay for sure. You're saying there's not gay priests?
No, I'm just wondering because you said like if you're not getting asked forever, like why would you do that?
It's a good call. Yeah, so maybe these young kids maybe we're going to see an uptick in priests in the future. I could probably predict that.
For sure.
Get on one of those apps and put action on that.
Chat, what do you got, dude?
Did you guys see that Blue Origin explosion?
No.
The Jeff Bezos spaceship Blue Origin explosion? This happened in Florida. His spaceship blew up. I put quotation marks around it because enough's enough, dude. I'm going to come out and say it on this pod. Jeff Bezos is AI. He's completely AI. What, he's a geek who wanted to sell books and now he's a trillionaire? Get the heck out of here, dude. And now he's jacked and lays pipe? That's like an AI written story. ChatGPT wrote that story. Show me proof that Jeff Bezos actually exists. Has anyone ever seen him? Like he's just a trillionaire who's just jacked now laying pipe? I don't believe it. And neither should you.
Was he on this thing when it blew up?
That's what they said. But he survived.
Dude, that's the hard problem of consciousness is how would we even go about figuring out if he was AI? And then how would I figure out if I'm AI?
Wait.
Like if consciousness is just a subjective experience of reality, that means my dog is conscious, which I want to be true. And I have a more layered consciousness from my perspective. So if Bezos is AI, what? I farted.
So let's pontificate on this for
Twice.
Nice. Let's pontificate on this for a second. So you're trying to say that because consciousness is a subjective experience, that only the subjective I can know my experience and perceive it as reality. How do I know that it's not constructed by some supercomputer and we're just in this cyclical event where supercomputers just create more supercomputers and create more consciousness, and we're just in this friggin' kaleidoscope of AI things, and then Jeff Bezos is like the next step in that, and he's just like a
Whoa. No, that's not what I was saying. But whoa. That could also be true.
Dude, when you were saying that, I was like, this would be the sickest Uber ride I've ever been on.
But bro, what if it was actually a Waymo ride? Cause then like you'd be talking to a
To a machine. And its program. But are we programmed too? Are we machines?
Are you, dude?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah, dude. Dude, these freaking kids wearing jean shorts at the coffee shop come up to me because I came up to the coffee shop a little hot. They were talking and shit. I was like, you guys ready to order? I said that. Are you guys ready to order?
That's good,
Because,
dude.
dude, the person on the register did not take initiative of the situation.
Nice.
And they looked at me and they saw me. I needed my caffeine. They looked back at each other and they go, he's just millennial coded.
Whoa.
What does that mean, dude?
I think he means like your favorite SNL cast was like Hader and Kristen Wiig, Andy Samberg.
Yeah, they're the best. Then another one said, for sure, he's chopped.
He called you Chop?
They called me chopped. I thought it was a small dick thing. So how could they tell I have a small dick? I haven't even ordered my drink yet. Just decaf, extra foam.
Yeah, because if it's afternoon then.
Yeah, exactly, dude. This was my second cup for the
Yeah.
day. I want to get some Z's that night. What does that shit mean, dude?
I
I'm
think
coated and chopped?
you're coded, you're millennial coded, and yeah, I think it means you're an old guy with a chode.
Were you wearing tight jeans?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I've been wearing my sister's jeans for years, dude.
That's millennial coded, dude. Which, don't get me wrong, is sick, and I love your tiny dick.
Yeah, me too, man.
Thank you, dude. I was just frustrated.
Well, why are you frustrated?
They were taking too long, dude. Fucking talking and shit.
Well, dude, you should have come back at them. You could be like, you could call them. You could be like, listen, Unc is in line, and Unc's gonna learn you a little bit. And be like, why don't you socially retarded idiots go goon or something? Sorry.
What should I do? No, what should I do? This sounds like you're on the right track, dude.
You like that? Sorry.
I just don't know what to do when
You'd be
I'm
like,
in these
okay,
situations.
okay. So if you wanted to get back at them, you could be like, why don't you terminally online antisocial retards go goon or something?
It's a bar.
That's a good call.
Sorry. What up, dudes? This podcast is brought to you by Hims. Guys, when the thinning starts, it's not just your hair that takes a hit, it's your confidence. And you know what? We don't want that to happen for you. We want you guys to have full flow and to attack the thinnage of your hair head on. That's why we're brought to you by Hims. Okay? There's a lot of noise out there about hair loss, 10-in-1 shampoos, random advice, expensive clinic visits. Hims cuts through all of that with real trusted treatments and a 100% online process. I use Hims myself. I use the minoxidil and finasteride oral spray. Not the oral you're thinking. This oral goes on your head. Also, hair loss doesn't fix itself. The earlier you act, the better. Hims makes starting simple with a 100% online process and personalized treatment plan delivered straight to you. I love Hims. Do you love Hims?
Yeah, I love him. You're great.
Thanks. I love Sal too.
Great guy.
He's awesome. Guys, you shouldn't have to get out of the way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans to put your goals first. Find the right hair growth retreatment plan for you. Go to Hims.
Dude, you've gotten so good at reading.
Dude, are you for real?
Yeah.
Thank you, dude. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/go deep. I think your compliment got me in my dome a little bit.
That's okay.
That's hims.com/go deep for your free online visit. hims.com/go deep Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride.
Dude, we're also sponsored by our voicemail. It's 323-418-2019. That's 323-418-2019. Call in. Tell us what you think about the pod. Tell us what you're dealing with in your life. And tell us who you are. We want to communicate with you on Chad and JT Go Deep with Strider Wilson. Dude, I've come face to face with the feminizing effect of being on camera. Like John Berger said, that men do and women appear. So like our value comes from action, and women are oftentimes just objects of attention. But that paradigm has shifted, dude. And that has never been more crystallized than my boy Ian. He's a roughneck from Wyoming who lost his hand in a winch. But then he went on a Bravo reality show, and now he's a huge fucking pussy. And it happened in one season, dude. And like, I respect all movement, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to be that makes you happy, that's legit. But to see him on a reunion episode crying because his homie hooked up with another chick that he went on a date with 2 months earlier, I'm like, dog, that's not how you were when you were working with Nat Gas. So I don't know, like, you know, we're speaking on it now, generational shifts. I just think like we got to come up with a way that when bros are on camera, we don't become huge pussies. And it's hard because like you're being observed. And that's something that dudes didn't traditionally do unless they were doing shit. But now you're just there. And so like I'm trying to tell Ian, I'm like, dude, you should do like one of those shows where you go like crabbing in Alaska. And he's like, oh, dude, no, I don't get as much pussy if I do that. And honestly, I've really connected with the guys on this show. And like, you know, they say we're going to film in like the Floribama coast. I'm like, dude, what is going on? And he's like, I don't know, dude, I'm going to the Bleachers concert tonight. I'm like, dude, come on.
What? Snap.
And he's like, yeah. They've got like green tea cookie or something.
Fuck, dude. Green tea?
Something like that. Something like kind of artisanal.
I mean, just the fact that there's cookies makes me want to throw up, dude.
Yeah, I only eat that shit on vacation.
No, I don't eat that. My fiance would be like, you want a cookie? I'd be like, nice test.
Exactly, dude.
I'll take a steak.
Fucking.
So, dude, as you were laying this out, and I'm so sorry to hear about Ian.
Is he a lost cause, dude?
Here's what I think. Here's what I think is the solution, not just for Ian, but for all dudes. If you're trying to get romantic with women, or if you're going through something like a breakup or a divorce, cameras should be illegal. They should not be, like, men should not be on camera legally.
Yeah, it should be illegal to photograph men.
Illegal to photograph men if they're having drama with a lady, whether that be trying to hook up, trying to just get a date, a breakup, divorce. Stay off the camera, deal with that in your room or a truck. You know, John Wick, his wife dies. What does he go do? He does donuts in an abandoned parking lot.
Yeah.
But like, should it just be illegal to photograph dudes?
But here's the thing. I mean, we had dudes like Bruce Willis and Clint Eastwood. They never capitulated to the feminism.
I think they did.
When?
Like, specifically for Bruce Willis, The Fifth Element. Specifically for
Clint
Eastwood, The Rookie, the Charlie Sheen movie from like 1989.
Bro, yeah, dude. That fucking movie, dude.
Dude, you're right. All dudes should not
Honestly,
be on
Heartbreak
camera.
Ridge, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, that was the most interesting gay performance besides Milk, was him in Heartbreak Ridge.
Both tremendous physical transformations.
Yeah. It's good acting. Is it okay to appreciate acting from a dude?
No.
Dude, that's actually a fire call, and I get where you're coming from now. Whoa. Yeah, because you mentioned actors.
Hmm.
All right. If it's scripted, you can be on camera.
No, dude. No.
Because they're doing.
Dude, at that point, it's a job.
Because
though.
they're doing.
It's a
No,
job,
no,
dude.
They're doing.
No, that was my view 2 minutes ago, but now no dude should be on camera.
Whoa. All right. Dude,
Keep 'em
respect.
Dude,
And
I think
I
like,
wouldn't have gone there with it, but I respect that you did.
Yeah, no dudes on camera, just chicks, all chick movies, and I'm sorry, females.
dude, I think we
women.
might be missing the point here.
Yeah. What's the point, dude?
Because the thing is, dude, like dudes who act on camera and get Oscars and shit, they also get ass and shit a lot. You know what I mean, dude? And but then JT brings up a good point. Like your boy is sort of, dude, when you're on a reality show that's not scripted, then you're being told what to do. Like as yourself, not as like a fictional dude that you're buying into, which is art.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I just thought. I think.
What?
So it's like art is the difference, maybe. Art gets you asked, dude.
Yeah.
What's their goal, I guess?
Someone said, what about pro athletes? But they're doing. They're doing. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're.
Here's the
doing-
thing, dude. And also, here's the thing, dude. I guess this is what it comes down to.
Let me see.
Did the dude say, yo, hey, real quick, film me right now? Or did they just doing something and someone was like, that's so sick.
Dude,
I got to film that right now.
I got a fire.
Because athletes, that's athletes, is the second option, dude.
Dude, I got a fire example. Okay, of doing versus not doing on camera. Doing. Will Smith in I Am Legend pull-ups, even though he was, what is he doing? Kipping?
He was kipping.
He was kipping, but he's still the
Good shout out, dude. Because the community would have been on you.
Was he doing it weighted, though? Was it weighted or body weight? I can't remember.
but he was going behind the neck.
But the fact
That's more difficult. That's
he's
extra
It's
challenge.
harder, for sure.
he was still doing, a lot of respect was shown in the theater.
For sure.
Harrison Ford, Air Force One, kills the Russians. You know, basically, you know, he's America's daddy. Then we go to these variety roundtables, actors on actors conversations. Will Smith talks about the reason he got into acting is because, you know, he was basically a bitch in school and couldn't get chicks, and then he got into acting. And then Samuel L. Jackson laughs in his face. And I was like, that was an example of where he should not have been on camera.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, I love Harrison Ford, talked about how he struggled with depression. All respect to your struggle. I didn't need to know that.
It's a good call, dude. You know, the Native Americans were afraid of the camera because they said it would steal your soul. Sounds like you don't like these soul-bearing moments viewed through lens. So my question to you is, are you part Native American, dude?
I think so.
Very sick.
Dude, I hope you're Comanche.
That'd be sick.
That is the sickest tribe. I recently watched that movie Prey. It's part of the Predator series. Did you guys watch that?
No, I heard it was legit.
It's very sick.
I need to watch that.
It's badass.
Whoa.
Dude, this girl right here, badass. She's got her dog. Freaking human plus the dog is the apex predator.
Whoa.
Very sick, dude.
Oh, her plus the dog?
Mm-hmm. I fucking gonna set this up in the hospital room when my wife's giving birth. Quick horror story for you guys.
What happened, dude?
I had a TaskRabbit cruise over to hang up some curtain rods.
Somewhat.
Some curtain rods, like drilling and shit. Anytime it's like tools become electronical, I'm out. I got to bring in a dude. And he shows up, solid rate. Dude speaks perfect English. You know, a lot of times it's Eastern Euro dude or a Spanish speaking dude, and it's kind of tough to translate. You got to kind of do a lot of pointing and stuff. This guy was like, oh no, yeah, I'll put the rods there. That sounds great. Excellent. I'll be done in 1 hour. And then I was like, this is sick. He goes, hey, but just make sure your wife watches.
Wow.
It's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Goes, yeah. He starts drilling the rods, dude, and starts talking about how easy this is. How if you just watched a simple YouTube video, you'd be able to do it. How anyone can figure it out. How if you look at the rods, it basically just says, basically this guy's calling me a dumbass and not a real man in front of my lady in my house. And I think basically that's why going forward, you got to get dudes who do not know how to speak your language and will fuck up the job a little bit. And it's way more worth it.
Bro, I got a counter proposal on how to handle that kind of situation. Because I've been outgunned when it comes to being handy. And when dudes can feel that in you, they always leverage it in front of your chick. Mm-hmm. But what I'll do is, like, when they get into that kind of swarthy, sexy talk and they're starting to do the drilling, I bust. I'll say, holy shit, this guy's fucking hot. And I'll pull out my dick and come. And dude, it'd surprise you, but it kills the vibe. It just totally destroys the energy in the room. Like, my wife totally freaked out. The guy is like not that confident after I do that. In total reality, he's really freaked the fuck out. And he's trying to dip, and then I kind of get in his way, and I'm like, hey, bro, you want me to leave you a bad review? Finish the job, you know? And then and he gets back to it, and then, you know, there's even the threat that I could go again, you know? But that's something you could try.
Where does your load go?
I just hit it on the floor. I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry, that was hot, dude. Oh, dude, you dominated me. You freaking bull-handed man.
Dude, this is huge. So you're saying if you pull out your dick and start cranking it, it changes the tone of the room?
Yeah, I'd say you kind of re-commandeer the energy as, like, it goes like, because, like, you were beta, he was alpha, now you're fucking weirdo.
That's the thing. What card are you going to play?
Right. And, like, so some people are like, that's a little gnarly. Like, you know, your wife's going to be freaked out. She's going to divorce you. No, she's not.
No, dude.
Right. That's a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah. You know how many more task rabbits you'd have to hire in the place that she moves into?
Exactly.
And a bevy of them. This is a great call, dude, because he's actually coming back. Dude, because he turned out to be Czech, and my wife's part Czech. They were speaking Czech. Oh, they're like laughing at me and shit. And he's like, oh, you need to like reinstall. You need to take your toilet seat off.
Nazdravi.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. And I need to mount some bookshelves. So when he comes back, I'm going to be sitting in I have a recliner chair just like this. I'm going to be like, yo, what up? How's it going, Yuri? And just fucking be full torque jacking off while he does it.
Just some logistical questions.
Yeah.
Just in case, you know, I anticipate having this same situation soon. Was your dick hard when you pulled it out, or was it soft and you kind of worked it to get it hard?
I was like half.
So half chub.
I was like stiff, but like if you were going to put it in someone, you'd be stuffing for a minute.
And so were you super vocal when you're J&O?
I said, holy shit, this is fucking hot. This guy's a fucking beast. I can't help it. I got a fucking nut. So I was like full narrator buzzed.
And your wife was where?
She's 4 feet to my right.
She's holding a leveler. I have my wife holding a leveler.
Dude, you know, actually now's the perfect time too, guys. We're sponsored by Douglas Lubricant. Best lube in the game. Comes in many flavors. Chad, what are they?
Orange, vanilla, anal.
And hey, if you use Douglas Lube, whether it's for sex or whether it's for just like projects around the house, it's impossible to get or give an STD.
So according to science, if you travel fast enough, you can go back in time. If you travel the speed of light, faster than the speed of light, you can go back in time. And I want to start a company, and I'm basically asking if you dudes want to invest right now, and maybe anyone on the pod listening. I want to start a company that takes you back in time to your first bust. So you go back in time, experience your first bust. You can either stay there or come back here and just be like, that was sick. But here's the thing is, I think it'll catch on, and I think we'll have a lot of repeat customers because you can just keep going back to experience that first bust.
That's a great idea.
That's a huge idea, dude.
I'd love to go back. And the fact that you can go back again, my cue. And if you don't have the answers, that's totally okay. I'm in. I think idea is there. I'm excited to run it. Do I have to go somewhere to go back in time, or can I do it from wherever I'm at in the moment? And how long is the process?
I mean, I was thinking of setting up a kiosk at like City Walk at Universal Studios.
That's awesome.
So you just get in like this, like, you know, in like those water slides where they drop the floor. So it's like you get into this like kind of like pod. And so you can, you know, so you go back and then it just shoots you through time. You go back in time and time changes and it does something to your dick where it does something to your hog where it like makes it, you know, kind of like a pre-bust hog and fills your balls up with a bunch of jizz. So it's like you get back to that basically. Oh, maybe your hog goes in the traveling machine. So your hog goes back in time and busts.
Dude.
Yeah.
Amazing. Follow-up cue. Could I go back in time to the first time you busted?
Dude, are you for real right now?
I think that could be very cool.
Yeah.
Dude, not to Shark Tank you, but I think you're missing a huge, also supplemental business opportunity. Say you're on the City Walk, you're with your family, you just left Buca de Pepa. Your gut's full. You're looking at your wife, you're looking at your 2 kids. You're like, there's no chance I'm going to fucking fuck tonight. Going back to the Holiday Inn after this, and we got to do Universal again tomorrow. Exhausted, sunburnt. And then there's a bust time machine. That dude's liable to leave his kids and wife right there on the Universal City Walk. What are you going to then sell them?
Oh, the kids and the wife?
Dad just left to go experience his first nut. And you've got a mom and 2 kids chilling.
Just give him some iPads.
Okay, so you team up with Apple. I'm in. As an investor at this point, I'm down. I want to come in for 5,000 bones and 50% ownership.
Whoa.
Done.
5,000 bones is all the bones that I have.
Done.
Thank you. Do you want in on this?
I want in for the same deal that Strider got.
What?
So you both get 50%?
Yeah.
The kids get iPads. What does the wife get, dude?
Wait, hold on, because if he says yes to this, then we own the whole company.
What were you going to say?
Wait.
I want the same deal that Strider got.
5,000 for 50%?
Yeah.
Done. Wait.
You just made 10 grand, dude. Dude. I might be too dumb to vote. I don't know if other people have experienced this where like, I don't think I have the requisite domain knowledge to weigh in on some of these subjects. Like, dude, I was trying to prep for today's ballot So to study up, I just ripped a fat dose of ayahuasca, and I was instantly transported back to the ballot booth in 2020. And I saw me filling it out, and it was like Prop 22, yes. Prop 23, yes. And then I came back to the present. And so I looked them up on Google because I didn't remember voting on that stuff. And then I looked it up, and like Prop 22 was about Uber drivers having more flexibility in their schedule. So I was like, for sure. But then I looked it up today, and Uber paid for that because they also put in the fine print that they wouldn't be able to add more worker protections going forward. And then Prop 23 was about there needing to be an attending nephrologist when people get dialysis. What? Why did I even vote on that, dude? And so I'm just saying, like, what are all these things? And how can I, an ordinary dude, be expected to have domain knowledge on all of it? Like, I'd love to participate. It feels so good to be an American and vote. But, like, are we certain we know what we're voting on most of the time? And then bros will use a voter guide to tell you what to vote on. But who told you that's a good voter guide? And like, dude, you might know a lot about one subject, you know what I mean? So like maybe you're like super solid on the gig economy prop, but then like that doesn't mean you know about like tax allocations, you know? It's like you're a fire surfer, you rip at Black's Beach, but that doesn't make you think you could just paddle into Uluwatu. But we treat the whole ballot like it's one break. And so like after I took that fat dose, I was like, bro, maybe this year I'm just going to skip a couple. So I only voted on like 2 out of the 30 things.
Nice.
It's a great call, dude. I think just straight up ballots overall, too many words. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, first of all, just spell it out, dude. One thing, no more putting fine print, dude. Dude, if you put fucking little letters beneath big letters, already shouldn't be allowed on the ballot.
Agreed.
Just be fucking straightforward with us, dude. You know what I mean? With the American people, dude. Average American person, dude, what do we like doing, dude? Fucking just gaming, crushing tall boys, wind in our hair, listening to good ass tunes. If you're, whatever your law is, if it's not easy enough to understand is that of being like, I like this wind in my hair, or this breeze is picked up too much, I'm out, then it shouldn't be something we're voting on, dude. Yeah. And then it should be to the experts. But the problem is, who the fuck are these experts and can I trust them, dude?
Yeah. I tried to become an expert.
It's very challenging.
Yeah, I bailed. I tried to become an expert, and I told my dad's like, what are you doing today? I'm like, I need to become an expert in policy. So I started watching all the news, and my problem was everyone was so convincing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched Megyn Kelly. I was like, she's so hot. Then I watched AOC. I was like, she's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
You're almost like, why couldn't they just get along and then we could do like something together?
Yeah, I was just like, and my dad's like, well, what'd you learn from Megyn Kelly? I'm like, she got me horny.
That's a real realization though. And like, dude, super self-aware of you to know that in the moment that like, wait, I'm horny now.
Yeah.
That's very like fingers on the pulse.
Totally.
Dude, I fucking started watching the news a lot recently. And the best part to me was the commercials. I bought some sick ass night vision driving shades, the yellow shades. Bought those.
So you're watching like the news on YouTube, huh?
Mm-hmm. I bought some rare coins, and I got a Sky Rizzy prescription.
Sick.
So it's got me decked out that way. But as far as voting goes, I still don't get it, dude.
I mean, dude, too, like, you could be like looking at the candidates, and you're like, oh, okay, it's like Hinge or something, where you're like, you just get like 5 facts. You're like, this dude likes chess, he worked in insurance, he went to a good college. Okay, this chick, campaigned for so and so. She worked on the school board of education. It's like, okay, these are good facts to know, but like, you still don't know who's gonna be more fun to party with at Dua Lipa concert.
Dude, that one thing I did do though is right after I watched Megyn Kelly, I DM'd her and I was like, do you carry ball clamps in your purse?
Did she respond?
No.
She's probably busy. You know, the term candidate comes from Voltaire's Candide, which of course means open. I think that going forward, probably a good solution would be all candidates should be on Twitch, live streaming 24/7. And that's the future. The future, they're on Twitch. Kai Cenat, he should be running.
Dudes, what are some common red flags people should look out for when sending money to someone? Or like, have you guys ever fallen for a scam?
Yes.
What happened there? What happened to you?
This dude hit me up over text and was like, I need money now. And I was like, you got it, dude.
Well, dude, when you get the Cash App... when you get the Cash App card, not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits, like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you also have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. If a suspicious transaction, like those dudes asking for your money, pops up on your card, Cash App has your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Behind the scenes, you can rest assured knowing your account balance is protected by 24/7 fraud monitoring. Spend with peace of mind today and order a Cash App card in the app or at cash.app/card. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bancorp Bank N.A., pursuant to a license from Visa USA Inc. See terms and conditions for the Sutton prepaid card, Sutton debit flex card, and Bancorp debit card flex. Discounts and promotions. Are they pranking
you with this?
What?
Are they pranking you with all this,
dude? I think so. Discount and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
Holy fuck, dude.
You read all that in shades.
That was a lot.
I've been going to the community pool in Glendale. A lot of Armenian bros. Posted up, tracksuits, sick gold chain necklaces, white shoes. And then I jumped in the pool with my wife. And they call me a clown. For getting in the pool, like as a dude. So I guess like my question to you guys is like, if you swim as a dude, are you a clown?
I don't think so.
I mean, I was wearing my onesie zip up for max sun protection.
Were you wearing that Ronald McDonald hair that you wear when you swim sometimes?
Yeah, I don't want to ruin any of my good hats. I don't mind ruining that. It provides good sun protection.
Do you have zinc all over your face again?
Of course, if you rub it in, it doesn't work properly. You gotta just let it go in. Ghostify your face.
And you wear that like red nose covering?
Yeah. Dermatologist was like, he had to take off a pre-melanoma. He's like, dude, zinc is not enough. You need to cover this up with something. I mean, what else do you put on your nose? There's nothing else to wear on a nose.
And you wore that striped bodysuit?
Yeah, that's the suit I was talking about. It's my onesie.
And then you were for sure wearing goggles.
1,000%. Or contact lenses. I want chlorine in there. It burns.
Yeah, I don't think those Armenian dudes were being personal.
So you think swimming's for clowns?
Depends on how you do it, dude. 100%. Like, I think you did take it in a kind of a clownish direction with the aesthetic and the face paint and the Ronald McDonald hair and the red nose covering and the pinstripe suit.
Dude, that's just me protecting myself from sun. And
but that doesn't necessarily make you a clown.
Thank you. I was just checking.
Dudes, I've been trying this method to pull myself out of any anxiety that comes my way. Because the world right now is tossing our emotional salad. Super El Nino, Strait of Hormuz, euphoria. How do we combat this? How do we combat the forces just trying to penetrate our domes and make us just so bummed out and so nervous? I call it the appreciate method. Anything that comes my way, no matter what it is, appreciate. George Washington was a perv, appreciate. I have a mature hairline, appreciate. Gas prices $8, appreciate.
That's sick, dude. Not straight up, bro.
Fiance says that my wiener is nicely sized. Preach. Hubcap went flying off my car on the highway. Preach.
That's going to be especially good for your wedding coming up. Because your dad was like, he doesn't want you to use your guys' last name.
Right, yeah, he wants me to take my wife's last name.
Yeah. I remember you were bumming on that for a while.
Yeah, because I went to have a dinner with my dad's spaghetti factory. And I was like, Dad, I'm getting married. And he's like, you can't take my last name. And I was like, but I do. And he's like, when you get married, you're going to take her last name. You're going to take her middle name.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be Chad Carroll.
Oh, dude, alliteration.
That's a sick name, dude.
Preach. Yeah, you know what? And I looked at my dad and I was like, preach.
That's perfect, dude.
Dude, I want to give it up to my buddy Max. He's on hard times right now because he got a Dewey. Cops pulled him over. He was pretty buzzed in his car. I guess the cop was like being relatively chill. It was like, yo, dude, I will let you off if you just get an Uber home. And then Max just straight up said, no, I'm driving. And, I think a lot of people in that moment would have just like listened to the cop taking the Uber, right? But in a way, that's a form of lying. And Max stuck to his guns. He grabbed the Dewey. It's looking rough for him, considering he's in the middle of a custody battle. But that's Max, If he says he's good, he's good. And yeah, so Max, I'm with you, dog. You played it straight to the end, just like that dude on the Titanic.
This could be a huge dub for Max, though, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's like, dude, I want to hang out with my kids that much. So he might catch a dub here and just sort of get to reinvent himself in a new state like Alaska or Canada. So that's kind of a huge move. So if you're trying to ditch your family, maybe catching a DUI is the move.
Dude, so yeah, you're almost saying like Max is creating this self-destructive consequences to remove himself from his current reality.
Exactly, dude. He's like, if life's a tunnel, dude, what's easier, run back or just keep going through?
Dude, that's straight up Ernest Becker, who's the dude who's in all the Ernest movies.
I fucking love that guy, dude.
And he said you create the reality you need in order to discover yourself, ... be free of your fucking kids if they're being lame.
That's kind of huge if that's what you want. He manifests that.
That's huge.
Dude, that reminds me, this podcast is brought to you by Jeremy's Bail Bonds. If you need to get a bail bond, if you were recently arrested, you're in the drunk tank, a Dewey, copped a Dewey, maybe assault, battery, murder, hit up Jeremy, get your bail bond today, and use code GODEEP. Let him know we sent you.
Also a huge hack, in case you're looking for it. You can catch a Dewey on a skateboard.
Oh, for real?
For real, dude. It's fucked up. Because if you're bombing a hill, this is what I do, is I just like to bomb hills. Technically, you can go over 18 miles per hour. That's the DUI speed limit. And of course, I reach that, hands behind the back, shades on, just bombing in my gravity board. But the thing is cops will pull you over. And I like to get a little bit buzzed before I do that, liquid courage, because it's a fat hill, probably like a 17% grade. Is I always carry a fucking fifth of Smirnoff in my backpack. And as soon as the cop pulls you over, let him see you. This is the thing. Let him see you. You chug the Smirnoff and then fucking break it in front of him so he can't see you. And he can't get you a DUI because you just got fucked up. Oh, you think I had a DUI? I was fine then. Now I'm fucked up.
Oh, dude, that's smart.
And then he can maybe get you on littering.
Yeah.
Dude, do you think when you become a father, your daughter's gonna hear a lot of, she's gonna be like, "Where's dad?" And your wife's gonna be like, "He's bombing hills."
Oh yeah, dude. When we were touring the hospital at Kaiser today, the campus on Sunset, she was inside looking at all the stuff like the bedding and the birth chambers and shit. I was looking at sick curbs, good stairs. I was in the parking structure pretty much the whole time, being like, I could fucking weave. It's 8 levels off Sunset.
That's huge.
Yeah, and hopefully she goes into labor in the middle of the night, so parking's like sparse, and I can really get some good fucking S turns in.
That geeks you out pretty hard, huh?
It tickles me to think about it, dude.
Did you ripping those, dude?
My fucking wife just fucking pushing, dude, and then I'm out there just pumping. You know what I mean?
Bro, you got those
honing your craft.
Bro, you got those Oakleys that strap around your head.
Oh, those are clutch, dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh, the ones from like the '96 games or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Those things were sick.
Dude, you got those gloves with the pads on, with the plastic on it, so you can touch the ground as you turn.
Oh yeah.
Jake, do you want to do your beef, dude? And then we'll each rip one, and then we'll just say whatever.
All right, so my beef of the week. Now, I want to preface this by saying I have done this in the past, but my beef of the week is the I called it guy. Okay? This happens in sporting events or, someone's rise to fame. There's always someone after it happens that says, I called it. And in the moment, like someone hits a grand slam and there's some guy behind me saying, I called it. I knew that would happen. I called it. Bro, you didn't call shit. You just make a shit ton of predictions. One of them hits and you say, I called it. That's my beef of the week.
Bro,
Fire.
That hits super close to home for me. And I really got to think about my own life when you say that. Because Jake, literally on my way here, I was like, I bet you Jake does a beef about the I called it guy.
You texted me that.
I don't know, dude. I was just in the zone, but dude, I got you, dude. I did know you were gonna do that, dude. But that's a fire beef.
Wait, JT, you called that?
Yeah, I did. I predicted that shit.
But
And then I was like, and then Jake will say it's like confirmation bias because I'm always calling shit. But dude, I fucking called it, dude. I knew you were gonna say that shit, bro. Dude, you always say the thing about, dude, you always are on that guy. I fucking knew it was coming, dude. You fucker, dude.
How I thought about this was Jason Williams, the old basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
His daughter's in the College World Series for softball. She hits a walk-off home run. He's celebrating. Some random person comes up and is like, let me get a picture, bro. I called it. It's like, bro, his daughter just hit a game winner. Leave him alone.
Whoa.
You didn't call shit.
That's hilarious. What did Jason Williams do?
He took the picture like a gentleman. And
Oh, nice guy.
Yeah. He took the picture and just kept celebrating. A lot of courage there. I would have said, fuck you. You didn't call it,
For
Dude,
sure.
I straight up, I knew Jason Williams was going to be white chocolate.
That is true. I remember you saying that.
I was 5.
Yeah. And the thing is, dude, JT's always been fucking chock full of good calls like that.
I called it with Jason Williams. I called not only that he would be white chocolate, but that he have a daughter who'd be good at softball. I don't know how I knew. I was like, I could tell by his build, and I looked up his wife, and I was like, yeah, she'd play second base? Look that up, dude.
Dude, you got to get on one of those apps. You could be making bank with your good ass calls.
Dude, oh yeah. JT always calling it. Dude, remember the time he called it when Taylor Swift got that MTV award and Kanye stepped in and he's like, Beyonce had the best video of all time? You called that.
She does play second base? Yeah. Dude.
You called it,
I
dude.
called it, dude.
Damn.
You called it,
I
dude.
did call that shit. Dude, I do remember that with Taylor Swift and Kanye.
You called that.
I called it. That's fire though, Jake. You gotta call me out for that, dude.
But you know how
I knew you would, dude.
You know how I know you called it? It's because as soon as that happened, you called me and you're like, dude, I called that.
Dude, I remember fucking middle school, September 2001. We're watching the news. JT, it's like, dude, Tower 2 is toast.
Well, bro, I mean,
he's on speakerphone, my whole family, and my dad came out of the shower, fucking towel half on. Did JT just call that? I go, hold on, did you say North Tower, JT? And JT goes, yeah, dude.
Bro, if you look at
fucking check the tapes.
If you look at the capture of the Grand Mosque in Saudi Arabia, 1978, the push towards religious fundamentalism after that, the seeds were sowed, dog.
100%.
I knew it, bro.
100%. Dude.
I knew it, dude.
No brainer.
I tried to tell you too. You called me up, you're like, oh, dude, the second tower's not going down. I was like, you stupid bitch, it's dropping, dude.
That's the thing. I try to call him to mock him. I'm like,
listen,
dude.
He was all like,
I'm just laughing because you didn't even listen to JT when he told you that the other tower was
he was so confident. He calls me, he was like, oh yeah, it's a bummer about the one. I almost don't want to joke about this. But yeah, he was way overconfident about Tower 2, and I was like, dude, that thing's going down, bro. It's like you gotta wear that, dude.
That's true. I fucked that up, dude. I was trying to rub it in your face, but I was wrong. You had a good ass call on that. You were dialed in. What did he say?
I saw you guys off a few White Claws and ATX at Creek in the Cave. Y'all took questions, and I asked about sunning, and y'all clammed up a bit. Kind of killed my stoke low key. Nah, dude, it wasn't because you asked about sunning. It's because you asked us if you're allowed to just pant strangers so that they get some perineum sunning. And we were like, yo, dog, that's up to you. We're not going to deputize you to just be pantsing randos, even if it is for their own health benefits. Mm-hmm. And then you got defensive and you were like, yo, I've been pantsing people for years. You got no credibility to call me out like that. And we were like, dog, we're not even trying to fight with you right now, bro. I'm just telling you straight up, I'm not going to tell you to pant strangers.
Dude, exactly. Unless you've gone to medical school, done a full residency, probably are wearing your lab coat just for aesthetic reasons and the general understandability of the public. You shouldn't pants anyone unless you're a doctor.
And our buddy Dylan got killed pantsing people.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. He went up. He said, he freaking, dude, straight up. He went into a construction zone. And there was a dude fucking using a jackhammer. Dude's on a bobcat. They were doing like a fucking whole new freeway overpass. And he just wanted to pant some dudes, get them some sun in the right places, you know? And he's like, yo, heads up. Heads up. And all these guys took their hard heads off. He wasn't even wearing anything. Pantsed this dude. Boom. Just then, fucking rebar came flying off of a fucking thing,
dude. The fucking thing, dude.
The fucking...
Yeah, it was like wires and shit. And fucking got his fucking head chopped off.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this pod is dedicated to Dylan.
You shouldn't just go into construction zones to pants, dudes, unless you're a doctor.
The fiance keeps watching Off Campus. She's watched it like 10 times. And I'm like, why do you like it? She's like, Garrett's hot. And I'm like, babe, I had no idea you were so into hockey, dudes. Like, you know how high I can ollie, you know? And she's like, no, just watch the show. You'll love it. And I was like, no, I'll stick to Miracle. Fuck this and fuck Amazon. It's all AI. But then I started watching it, you know, just to like be chill. And dude, there's like tits in like every scene. And I was like, babe, this is the best show of all time. It's just these crazy college kids chasing puck and passion, and then they just fuck. Great call, babe. So after this, I'm going to surprise my fiance with hockey jersey, hockey skates, no pants.
Dude.
Oh. Just splay yourself out on the bed for her?
Yeah.
Pucks on net, sticks on ice, chucking into the blue zone, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get even freaky. I'm going to be like, here's this hockey stick, put it in my ass.
Oh.
Dude, I'm going to hire a bunch of dudes for my wife and call them the penalty cocks. And just a bunch of dudes with fat rods are going to come over.
Dude, all his dirty talk is giving me hockey stick growth.
Oh.
Oh, dude. Dudes, I have a babe and beef all rolled into one. I went to school with an autistic dude, super chill. He used to call me like every day after school. We'd chat for a bit. He'd ask like super specific questions. He always thought I was like hilarious. Like he just thought I was like a really cool dude. He'd even go back to my old school and like repeat jokes I said at school to like other people. It was like a little embarrassing, but it was like super flattering. And we stay in touch. And he's a really nice guy. But every time we're talking, he'll be asking me questions about me. And then he'll start asking me questions about other bros I know. And it gets to a point where I'm like, are you like more into my bros than you're into me?
Whoa.
And so I guess I get like a little bit jealous. And so I asked some of my bros and they're like, yeah, he hits me up too.
Whoa.
And I guess there's no easy way to say this, but like if we're opening it up, like let's open it up. And like I'm going to start actively pursuing new neurodivergent friends. Cause I'm not, I feel a little bit surprised, I guess. And so, yeah, I'm just saying daddy's back on the market.
That's huge. Because, I mean, the telltale sign of a chill bro used to be classic car, V8, smokes a cig, bangs chicks. But really, it's if there's an autistic dude in your orbit who's like likes what you're up to. And you've had that in spades, my dude, for years.
He's my guy.
You know?
But if he asks me about Ferrara one more time, I'm gonna get pissed.
Yeah, he's kind of leveling up. He's kind of gotten what he needs. He's gotten the information he needs from you. He's actually been texting me a little bit.
I don't appreciate what?
I'm sorry, dude. I had to come
Even
clean.
the way you said level up, so you feel like he could do better than me.
That was a biased opinion of mine. I shouldn't have said it that way. From his perspective is what I mean. He's leveled up.
Strider, what you got?
Dude, speaking of like genius level shit,
What made you say that though?
dude, speaking of like autistic kids who are genius and shit,
But why are you saying he's a genius now? Because he's dumping me for other dudes?
I mean, dude,
You
like,
keep fucking punking me on this shit, dog.
I mean, dude, he's a genius. He can fucking just see shit.
Because he likes Ferrara over me, that makes him a genius?
No, dude, he's like good at numbers.
All right, fair enough.
He knows the numbers, dude. He sees the matrix. My wife, dude, earlier I mentioned this TaskRabbit came over and just shook my world up, which you gave me a solid solve for. Thank you.
For sure.
But I've already employed a solve of my own, dude. My wife, she sort of has lost faith in me when I wanted to, when we were supposed to meet with our OBGYN. I was like, no, I want to hear what my Ollie sounds like in this parking structure because it had good reverberation. I just wanted to hear that. So I missed the appointment. She's like, dude, you're not ready for this. You're not like, are you even like a grown up? And that hurt my feelings and shit. And so I got on the internet into a chat room with these like chock full like incels, dude, who of course are just giving me advice for like, hey, what's the best weaponry? Like, who's the most alpha male? Like, chicks don't deserve us is sort of the, the vibe there. But also, when you do video chat with these guys, they've got solved Rubik's Cubes in their chat frame, in their background. And I'm like, yo, dude, can I, never mind your social theories on like, fucking whatever it is, dude.
Hypergamy.
Exactly. These guys are obsessed with hypergamy. Like, never mind hypergamy. Can I buy your Rubik's Cubes from you? So, dude, I bought like 30 solved Rubik's Cubes, and I just been placing them all around my wife's shit, like in her yoga mat, on her, in between her laptop, like her laptop won't close because I'll put my solved Rubik's Cube in there, in her car, in her cup holder, on her side of the seat in my car. Fucking dude, I mailed her one to her own address from me. Be like, oh shit, I forgot that I did that, so that she gets restored faith in me and my mental prowess. She's like, what's with all these Rubik's Cubes? And they're solved. That's incredible.
Whoa, dude, that is fire, bro.
So it's huge.
Dude, dude, honestly, that's not a bad tactic to give back to the incel bros.
Yeah, dude. It keeps them, I've created a market for them to solve Rubik's Cubes and then sell to me instead of like 3D print weaponry.
No, but dude, what I'm saying is you're saying, and I agree, women are attracted to problem solving. You should tell the bros, dudes, you got all these Rubik's Cubes, drop those in front of chicks.
I should tell, that is even better, dude. Eliminate the middleman, because sort of my problem solved. I'm going to jack off in front of the TaskRabbit. I don't need these Rubik's Cubes anymore. They should just go to a coffee shop, post up. Boom. It's the new Ferrari keychain.
If you like solve puzzles in front of a chick, that's hot.
Yes.
And these dudes have all these, they're doing like, dork shit.
Yes.
But it's sick. And then be like, dude, go do that dork shit, but like finish it in front of a chick.
Yes. Shows patience. Shows belief in oneself.
Because that's why you're doing it to your lady, right?
100%. 100%, dude.
Whoa.
I tried solving one on my own.
Have you done a Rubik's Cube?
No. I won't do it. It's just like a way for the government to hypnotize you into, going along with whatever they want to do.
Wait, so do you think the bros who you saw doing it are psyoping you?
I mean, they do ask for a lot of my information. One of them wants my ID. Like, I don't pay them in money. I pay them in like tasks. One of them was getting them a passport. I did that for him. Another one was taking a woman and child off of a freighter ship at the Long Beach port. And he says, don't make eye contact with them. Just put them in your car and then drop them off at an address. I did that. Drove them from Long Beach to Oregon. But I got some 6 Rubik's Cubes out of it.
Have you been to Oregon?
Yeah.
voice.